In this video, I will be trying to build the Multiverse coaster in 1 minute, 10 minutes, and 1 hour. And the 1 minute starts right now. Alright, here we go. This is the first time I'm actually building this roller coaster. Okay, so we have a chain lift and, well, we cannot really go up that high. So we're just going to add a very simple turn going around here. I don't think I'm going to be able to maybe use a piece, but I'm going to try, since of course this is the Multiverse coaster. We have these fun pieces. We're just going to use that. I'm not really sure what this is, but it looks nice. And then we can maybe add like one final bump up here. I don't know if it has speed going out of there. Okay, we go into a turn back to the station. We're going to add a little bit of banking. There we go. And then, well, we're not going to have any brakes, since I don't think we need that. All right, and let's smooth the coaster one time. Of course, otherwise it's maybe going to be a little bit rough. So let's go backwards. I can for some reason not do that. There we go. And let's do that same here. Okay. And I think we have to actually test the coaster. I want to increase the speed. How do I do that? And there we go. All right, that is 1 minute. Okay, this is looking like an interesting coaster. Let's have a look at this coaster, guys. And I am not really sure about what this is. All right, so we do actually go up the chain lift. That is quite nice, and I don't think it's too rough. Of course, we did smooth it in 1 minute, and there we go. I hope it's just going to make it until the end, since I'm not really sure. It is higher, so I don't know actually what this piece is. I just literally clicked a random one. I hope it's not going to go backwards, actually. Okay, we start to rotate. Try it again. Okay, that seems to work, and we get a little bit of a lounge. Okay, then we go back in the station. Not too bad for a 1 minute coaster, but it's basically nothing. So let's go to the 10-minute coaster. And for the 10-minute coaster, we can actually make everything a little bit more logical, since the last coaster was not really anything, was it? Now, I have built a few coasters so far in this game. I have a little bit of experience with how things work. Yeah, let's just have a look. Of course, still the first time I'm building this. Okay, so we have drive tires and friction wheels. Okay, friction brakes. Okay, so let's just place those there, and then I guess this is the chain lift piece, if I'm correct. We want to, of course, go into a chain lift, and I think I'm going to sort of inspire this by 13. I think that's the most well-known roller coaster that's like this. I don't think that's too high, so I think almost 20 meters seems to be quite nice. And then we're going to start with a drop. We're actually going to add one offset. I think that's fine. I don't want to do too much, otherwise I am quite bad with shaping the ride. Let's do actually quite a steep drop like that, and then we're going to go straight again into probably just a turn. I think that's probably going to be quite nice. Very low to the ground, as you can see. I like that. I'm going to go up a little bit more, just so we don't hit the ground the whole time. Go into a big helix. I think it will have quite a lot of speed, so we need to make this quite decently big. And then we're going to go up. And while we're building, we can of course test the roller coaster. There we go. Go and actually see how much speed it has. Going to add a airtime hill here. There we go. And then this airtime hill is going to probably go down even more. Yeah. What if we do another helix going under there? And of course, we want to use these special pieces we got with this roller coaster. And that's basically what this coaster is all about. And you might have guessed what roller coaster piece I want to use for this one when I said this is going to be inspired by 13. It's probably the drop track indeed. So let's just add like an S-band here. Okay, and then we need to somehow go somewhere into that. So what if we just go up here? I actually... Ooh, this might perfectly fit actually, guys. As always, I'm literally just doing something completely random, and then we do indeed exit right there. Okay, that's perfect. Into another turn. We have about 7 minutes left for this roller coaster. Of course, we're going to have to smooth this coaster probably quite a lot. Now, how do we go to the back to the stations? Of course, right now the train is the wrong way around. We don't want that, so somewhere we need to add switch track. Now, I might have an idea on how I can very easily do that. So let's just add like a block section right there, like 3 times. I think that's big enough. Now, what is the switch track piece? Now, there is a lot of things, as you can see. I think it's this, but then the other way around. Now, do I have that? Yes, I do. So this track needs to go in there. I think that's actually actually seems to work. So now we have to smooth the roller coaster, and well, of course, Planet Coaster got some very handy tools for that. So we can go forwards. We're just going to put it forward. It doesn't have to be too much, and we're just going to go, I guess, 2 times back and forth here, just so it's a little smoother there. And then we of course also need to do that for the rest of the track. Well, let's go forwards, and let's just press this button a lot, just so we smooth the whole coaster track. Now, as you can see, some of these pieces with my S-bands are now just completely gone, so we'll have to sort of try to get that back, since of course the smoothing sadly does kind of remove that. I am still sort of figuring out how the smoothing works, but I think that's already better. Okay, there we go. I think, yeah, that definitely looks already a lot better, as you can see. I might do that even a little bit less. There we go. And then we of course also need to do the ending of the roller coaster. All right, we have 4.5 minutes left. Not too bad actually. All right, but that also means we now need to test the roller coaster, since I have no idea if this works. So the first turn, there we go, very nice, and then into the brakes. I think I actually might need to increase the chain limp speed. Yeah, that's very slow. Let's increase that. Let's do 14 kilometers per hour. What we then probably can do is change the colors of the roller coaster. Now, what color do we want to do for this coaster? I might do like some orange. Like some saddle brown. Very fancy name. Let's choose saddle brown for the whole track. And then the supports sort of in the same tint, but just darker, I guess. I think we can change it also manually. Ooh, that looks very nice. And now we need to do sort of the same for the coaster terrain. I might want to add a little bit. Ooh, no. That's ugly. All right, there we go. Is it going to make it all the way to the end? That's the question. And by the looks of things, it is. And this is actually the first time I'm seeing these switch tracks in the game, guys. So it stops here and then I guess it switches. Oh, that is very cool, actually. And it gets to place and it gets launched over into the brake. And that's the whole roller coaster. Now, how do we add more terrain? Since I have not figured that out. It is a very short layout, but of course, it's only 10 minutes. And we only have 2.5 minutes left. Is it block sections? Think so, but it's not doing anything. It's still on one train. Oh, wait. Oh, there. Oh my god, this thing can run 4 trains. Oh, even the switch track and this are actually block brakes. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. I think I can actually probably run 3 trains. Yeah, let's try it on 3 trains. Okay, we got about 1 minute 40 left. So what we can probably very easily do is just get the scenery brush and just place some trees around here. And I think this style kind of fits nice for this. If we do just a little bit of rocks around here. Now we also of course want some bushes around here. So let's just place that very quickly with this brush tool. I might have to increase the intensity a little bit. I know it doesn't really fit for the rest in there, but there's not much I can do about this. Let me place a tree in here. Oh, we only have 30 seconds left. Oh god. Okay. Let's very quickly move all of these trees out of the way. And I think I can do Ctrl X and then I duplicate it. Yes. And then we also place one right in there. I think if we move this one, it's finished. All right, there we go. This is our 10-minute roller coaster. And to be fair, I actually think it looks pretty good. Let's just do an on-ride on this Multiverse Rollercoaster. So we will go in the front POV camera. I have not seen actually if it's smooth or if it has like rough spots. So we're now going to see that together for the first time. Once we are at the top, of course, we do actually get quite a nice view. I guess it's like sort of like a fall theme, but I'm not sure why the bushes were not there. But here we go. The first drop into this nice helix or turn. Then we have this airtime hill that goes pretty smooth so far, I do have to say. There are some bushes we go through. We have some nice S-turns. Those were very nice. And then we get up here at the drop track where, well, we're going to stop and there's a tree in the way. I guess that's the entire story. And then, of course, we drop down. Woo! And then instead of going forward, we head backwards in just the very small backwards section, I guess, of this roller coaster. Just some pushes still we go through. And then into the switch track. And it's actually perfectly running 3 trains. So that's amazing to see. And then we, of course, see this. Oh, that's so satisfying seeing that move. And that is the end of the roller coaster. Alright, for a 10-minute roller coaster, not too bad. But I know we can do a lot more in 1 hour. So let's start with that. And that means we are going to be doing this in a time lapse, since 1 hour is a lot of time. So we of course have to start with the coaster layout. And the start I actually get quite similar to the 10-minute coaster, since I did really like that. But after that I decided to go a different route. And well, as you can see, I was looking through some of those like special pieces. You have some very weird ones. I'm not exactly sure which one this was named, but basically what it does, it goes forward, backwards, and then does some other things. And then I had to decide, how am I going to rotate the train around then again? Since, well, of course, it was basically going the wrong way around. So I placed this turntable, but at the end I realized it was literally just turning it still the wrong way around. So later on in the time lapse I do change that around. But after that I actually decided to build a lounge. And the lounges are extremely strong on this roller coaster. So I had to definitely turn that down a little bit and play around with it, since it's the first time, of course, using any lounge on this roller coaster. And it's very, very, well, fast. So as you can see, we're now going to just do a quick test run of the coaster just to see if it's smooth, since I'm, of course, also going to smooth this roller coaster. And I have the course, I'm going to theme this. Normally I didn't really do this on these challenges, but I've decided to, since with all the new tools we got in Planet Coaster 2, it's a lot quicker. And I think the coaster itself took about 20 minutes to build and make smooth. You saw that I found out that I was building it the wrong way around after there. We had a little bit of terrain just as like a base layer. And then I decided to look at some of the rocks, since we can of course paint these rocks that are from, I think it's called the aquatic rock set. So I try. I'm going for some sort of lava world with a lot of rocks that are a little bit like brown, red, yeah, rocky base is it basically. And I'm just placing these rocks everywhere. I'm leaving some gaps in between since I want to add lava in between there. I think I spent about 20 minutes or 10 minutes finding to try a piece that worked as lava, since of course I am new to this game. I have no idea what pieces work for what, but at the end I didn't really find anything, so at the end I just tried to search for at least a piece I could recolor that was flat, which I came out on this roof, which I made red, and then added just some fire particles basically everywhere, which in the end I think from a distance and when you're in the coaster it works pretty good, but yeah, when you actually know what it is a bit weird. We're adding a ship right here just with some barrels and some other things, and I'm just mainly just looking through the piece of what do we have, what can I place all around here. I just find like a boat yard and a thing, and just find some trees, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just basically going to place this all around. We have about, well, 17 minutes left, and I decided to just sort of decorate this beginning area. I'm not going to build a yeah, station, because that's going to take way too much time, and I just did not really feel like building any, since I'm not the best at making stations. But the base of the roller coaster is now here, but it still needs its color of the roller coaster, which I realized all the way at the end, like, oh, the coaster needs to be changed. I'm just placing some more of these rocks around just to make it a little bit less flat. I think you can sort of call it like that. And I really like how like that sort, I think it's a teeter-totter is in the middle, it like points towards the yeah, what is like the pre-section of the coaster. I'm just adding some trees around. I found these dead bushes or dead trees, but they were extremely small, so you barely see them. Here we're changing the coaster colors just to like red and very dark red for the supports. I do really like that. And then I was like, oh, I also probably need to add an exit. Just changing some small things with the roller coaster, adding some more fire all around, since the more fire I had like a few minutes left. And then, well, we're all basically at the end of the coaster. Alright, back to real time. With a few minutes left on the clock, I have finished the 1 hour build for the Multiverse coaster. And as you can see, I have gone for some sort of like lava world. I'm not really sure why, but I just wanted to try something else than the standard themes. Now, I did have some trouble, as you might have heard when I was talking about it on the lava. I did not know how to make the lava, and I have no idea what pieces are in the game yet. So this is my best attempt of making lava in the game. I just added some fire and some stuff. I think it looks alright from a distance. It does look like lava, but if, yeah, when you goes up close, you notice it's just roof pieces. But this is sort of what I was planning, and you have sort of like a small beginning section. I do really like how the drop here goes like around this sort of section. Sadly, they're not going at the same time. I really hope when this one would go on it, this one would have left, but sadly it doesn't. There's multiple different pieces, of course, it's doing. There's even a lounge, and I'm very happy with it. So there's now one final thing left to do, and that is the POV. And that is the end of this video. I will probably make this a blueprint, so if you want to download it, probably you can find it on Planet Coaster 2, and I think the code is in the description. So guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this Planet Coaster 2 video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on my channel if you haven't. So guys, I will say, as always, goodbye.